Well, stupid cat jumped on my head. That's on my shoulder. Get off me. Okay. Anyway, it's about today is January. Let's see, January 13, 2024. Yesterday I was calling it 2023. Anyway, today's 2020, January 12, 2024, and it's around 7 a.m. Get off of me, cat. Get off my arm. And it's 15 degrees. I can't do this with this cat on me. Get in my face. What was I saying? I'm losing my train of thought here. Cat on my shoulder. Can't think now. Anyway, it's cold. And it's supposed to be colder tonight. Okay. And for the next few days. Anyway, that's all. Just want to check up on how cold it is. Yesterday was 45. Okay. I gotta go. Today's January 13, 2024. Say 2024. Yesterday I was saying 2023. I don't know why. Anyway, there's ice on the pond. It's 15 degrees Fahrenheit. And a nice cold west wind. And I can't stay out here too long. Cattle aren't eating much of this hay here, but they got to bale up in the barn, so that's probably where they're at. If I was cow, that's where I'd be in this cold weather. That's why I put that bale up there. Anyway, I gotta go check something. Before I go back in, I saw something yesterday. I gotta check it out. That's what I figured. Cattle are up here in the barn, eating on this eating on this hay and staying warm at the same time. Okay. Of course, for them to get water, they gotta go out here down to the pond. Oh, this pond's not frozen yet because the wind, the action of the waves, keeping this pond from freezing. So that's good for a while. Anyway, here's what I saw yesterday from the road. So I gotta fix this. I'll do that later. Yeah, that tree down there broke off. That's my overflow from the pond. That goes in over here. Pond's not full yet. That comes out over there. And that tree, the whole tree fell over, rotten. It looks like it's grounded in my fence. It's not too hard of a fix. Fence ain't broke. It's just I need to adjust it a little bit. I'll probably leave that log there, but I'll have to fix that. But I gotta get dressed warmer. Anyway, that's what I wanted to show. I saw that from the road when I was driving by yesterday. And the cows are over here drinking. I had to go check it out. I got some equipment I got to pull out of that water. And that blue thing is part of my Ford square baler. I gotta pick some of this stuff up. Anyway, that's what I gotta fix. I'm gonna leave everything. I'll just fix the T-post. At least the cows didn't get out. Okay, that's. I'm cold. I didn't rest warm. Just to come out to do this. Okay. Let's go in. It's in the afternoon now, and cattle are away from the barn now. Oh, it's still January 13, 2024. Cows are moving around now. One of them's eating here on the bale. I think one's trying to get a drink down there. The others are over there on that little pond. You can't see them. One of them hidden behind a tree, trying to get to the edge of that pond that's frozen. I don't know if that stream there is froze up, but I'm hoping there's still some water flowing, because flowing water won't freeze and they can drink in there somewhere in that little stream there. But anyway, at least they're not cooped up in the barn. They're out wandering around. And the ground's frozen, so it's not so hard on their feet. Oh yeah, you can see those with that big group of trees there. I can see a animal in there trying to get a drink. Anyway, I'm gonna go work on that fence. I dress a lot warmer now, so I'm all bundled up. I feel like that kid in that Christmas movie. I can't remember the name of it, but where his mother dresses up so heavy in winter clothes that he can't hardly move, and then if he falls down, he can't get back up. Probably what happens to me if I fall down. I won't be able to get up. But I'm bundled up pretty good. I feel warm, so it shouldn't take long to fix that fence. I don't think the fence is broken. It's just the insulators got broke. That's all. Pick it up, put the insulators on the T-post, and I should be done. I'll leave the log where it is. Anyway, back to work. The pond wasn't frozen this morning. Today's January 13, 2024. There's my house. Mostly I live underground, but I built a small room up on top, and there's the attic there next to the on the short side. And everything's frozen. The ground's frozen now, and I don't think the cattle can come in here to drink. It's too steep. They knocked that down a long time ago. Anyway, what I'm here to fix that fence there that got knocked down by that broken tree. Luckily, the trunk broke apart, and it's not actually laying on the fence. There's some vines, probably poison oak vines, laying on the fence, but I'll cut them off. And I got the T-post over on this side. Looks like it's missing a few insulators, so I'll fix them and straighten up the post, and it'll be back together in no time. Okay, let's get started on that. It's hard to walk on. Before it was hard to walk because the ground was muddy. Now it's hard to walk because it's frozen and crunchy and uneven. Oh, it looks like the cattle. Yeah, they got plenty of there. The cattle are coming up. Said it's hard to walk. The ground's so uneven here. Cattle came up. Watch where I walk. Hi, girls. I'll fix your fence. I don't want you escaping. Yeah. Looking good. There's the other ones over there. Now I'm on top of the area. I got groundhog problems, but I'm working on get rid of it. I had one in there. A puddle. I had one in there for a long time, and I put some logs on top of it, filled the hole up, and then I had the same thing here. I made a new hole on this end of the logs, and then I covered that up. So far I haven't dug it out, but it's winter time, they're hibernating, so and then they've been coming out in and out of there too, so I gotta wait and see if what I'm doing is gonna prevent them next year. Anyway, that's the cattle. That's cattle down there eating on that bale too. Okay, let's go to work on the fence. Well, you can't be hungry. You're just nosy to see what I'm doing, aren't you? Yeah, there's the bottom down there. Yeah, you can see that other pond. That's my original pond over there, way over there. That little bitty one. Then years later, after I moved the cattle here, I I dug this one out because there was always a wet spot. The water would come down from over there by the big trees, and then it would go here, and it was always a wet spot, always a wet spot. So I decided to go ahead and dig it out and make it a pond out of it. Works out pretty good. The overflow goes out there and goes out. You can see where the other ditch is, where the water travels, because there's ice there now. Any water that comes out of that little stream overflows that stream there, comes out over here, over there, and flows out on that side. Okay, all right, let's go to work. I need to turn the fence off, unplug it. I could go through that door, but I've been meaning to open this up anyway. I closed this a long time ago when I had a wild animal, a wild cow that I had to get rid of because all it did was jump fences. That's before I put the barbed wire up out there. Anyway, I finally caught it, brought it up here, but it kept jumping all these fences. It jumped everything, jumped that, jumped this. I had to put this up there to keep it from jumping that. Jumped all those gates over there, bent them up, had to buy new gates over there. It jumped everywhere. I had to put that cattle panel there so it wouldn't jump over that. I had to put these boards there. Had to put that board up there, and had to put a bunch of stuff in there in the manger because it kept jumping through that manger. I mean, it was worse than a deer. Anyway, I finally got it sold. It was a pain. Okay, but now I gotta open this gate up. Been a while. Yeah, that old panel gate, seen better days. Seen better days. I had to add this pipe gate here to hold it together. And the way this gate would work, when it was good, I had a walnut, piece of walnut here that I could slide through there, and it goes into this hole and one down in the bottom hole. It always worked good. Until, see, that would lock it in pretty good. Anyway, until some cow decided to jump over it and bent my gate all up. It's all not much holding together. They don't make these anymore. Only held up by rivets. But got the job done when I had them. But now everything's pipe gates, so I deal with them. I have to buy me a new pipe gate that will fit in here and figure out another way to attach it to there. I ain't done that. I ain't got that far yet. Anyway, I need to work on that. Let me tie it up so the wind don't blow it. Here's some geese. That's weird. They're flying southwest. They're gone. Well, I guess you're flying somewhere there's lake. There's two big lakes around me. One to the south, one to the north. Red Lake is south. Carlisle Lake is north. And then Washington County Lake is west. I don't know which way they're headed. Maybe they're just flying someplace that's not frozen. Yeah, had a quick freeze last night. Flash frozen, I guess you could call it. Yeah, there goes the geese. Yeah, so I guess the geese are looking for someplace that's not frozen. Anyway, what was I doing? Oh, I gotta turn the fence off. I don't think the cattle are hungry. They're just sitting around waiting for me to do something. Well, I'll open it up in case the cows want to come in here and warm up. I don't feed them in here anymore. This is what the wood bees are doing. Carpenter bees. I think they call them carpenter bees. I call them wood bees. But, They drilled into these wood. You can see the sawdust down there. Yeah. They drill into these things and look at that. Look what they're doing to my barn. They're tearing it up. Not termites. It's carpenter bees. Anyway, I gotta turn my fence off. That's I've had that since I had cattle here. It's old. But it still works. Just have to unplug it. And you can see the evidence of the wood bees. See those drippings there? Every time they come in and out of the hole, I guess they poop or something. And then they leave that trails. So I can always tell where they are at. But it's just hard to get rid of them. I tried. The only thing that I could work was WD. I sprayed WD inside the hole, but they don't. It's only temporary. It don't. There's always a new bee coming around digging a new hole. But anyway, gotta go work on the fence now. Well, I'm ready. Had to plug in my portable charger to recharge my phone. Battery used up fast in this cold weather. Another thing about this cold weather, I don't know if it's normal or not, but every time it gets this cold, my joints get really stiff. I'm okay in warm weather, but cold weather I just get stiff. All my joints, I gotta move slow. But after a while I warm up. But if I get too cold, I gotta go inside and warm up. Anyway, that's what we got here. Okay, those 3 insulators are good. Bar stretched. The only actually thing laying on the fence is these vines here, which I'm just gonna cut. And that little piece of wood there, I'll cut that off too. Everything else I'm gonna leave the way it is. I'm gonna leave that. Well, I'll cut that off in the spring. Cows don't need to go out here during winter time. They got other places to drink. I don't like them drinking on this dam anyway. I've been thinking about fencing this off anyway, because they're down on the other end. They're tearing the bank down. So I need to stop that. Okay. Well, let's get to work. I gotta cut those vines. It looks like I gotta replace at least one insulator. Yeah. I don't know. Looks like I got a broken wire too, so I may have to do some adjustments. But I'll get it cut. Okay. I want a view from along the fence line. See what it looks like. Yeah. Easy fix. This top wire broke somewhere over here somewhere. I still had enough to tie both of them around the insulator, yellow insulator, so it worked out okay. This fence goes through these cedar trees and goes through the pond dam, through there. I can see the log. Yeah. And the fence goes along the thing there to that corner and goes that way. Yeah. And they've been catch my breath. So I fixed that wire. That wire, the wire in the middle, I didn't fix it because I didn't have a good corner insulator, but I'll fix it some other time. I got the bottom wire tied up to the insulator on the second middle wire, so that'll hold all summer. I don't think they'll get out, but I'm gonna walk down this way now. Tree in my face. Trying to keep my hands warm. Here's where they keep going in this pond during the summertime to cool off. They go in here because if they heat it back too far, it's going to form a leak. Drain the pond dam. Drain the pond. So I got to keep them out of this area. I think I'll put a fence up along there next summer. They don't need to come in here. I might have to do something there. They might walk through the water, and sometimes they hang out over here under these cedars. They can drink over there if they need to drink. I just got to keep them off this dam before they wear it out. Erode it too much. Yeah, here's where I used to park my cattle trailer when I first got it. Out of the way, I back it off the road there. It's right on the boundary line. And put concrete in for the tires. Worked out pretty good. I stopped using it. And then this tree there grew up. Now I can't hardly get it in anymore. So I don't mess with it. Now I just leave the trailer parked up there. It's more accessible. Anyway, I gotta continue my fence work. Up there. Yeah. It worked out fine. When I built my house, I didn't have this pond. But after I decided to have cattle, first up there behind the house, I had that all behind the house. I had all pushed out with a bulldozer. It was a mess. It was full of trees and brush. And anyway, I'll tell that later. All right now, and then I dug this pond right before I built that shed. Built that shed in '89. That sounds about right. Yeah, about '89, I think. Yeah, because 1990s when I brought the cattle over. So yeah, winter of '89 to '90 is when I built that. And then I built this pond before I built the shed, because I used some of the dirt up there to make a nice level pad for the building. Okay, let's continue to work on the fence. My fingers are numb. I guess I was done working on the fence. After I tied those broken wire together, this is all done already. Yeah, how about that? Yeah, it didn't take long. It didn't take long at all. Yeah, now I gotta cross that log. Looks like I'm done. I gotta tighten this fence up. This one's tight, and that one's tight. I'll tighten the middle one up first. Finish repairing the fence. Okay. Just gotta turn it on now. Okay. And when I mentioned before, but digging that pond, building this shed, '89. I'm not sure when I could have did bottom down here, but it was probably before that. Maybe before. There's my pear tree. Kind of bent. Anyway, all that hill over there, where the walnuts growing, all the way along there. Actually, the whole bottom land was full of trees, and this hill was full of what do they call that? multi-flower rose. It was a mess. Couldn't even walk through it. I remember one time after we built the house, a deer, that's before I had any fences up, we were out here, we had a fire or something over there by the outhouse, and a deer come running by and jumped into that multi-flower bush. I mean, the tangle of multi-flower roses, and it couldn't get out. It took a long time for it to wiggle its way free from that tangle of rose bushes. But I think it would have came around the house, because this used to be an open field here, just nothing but weeds. And then after we built the house, there was no fences. The deer were used to coming through here, but I guess when they came through and they saw me, or saw us having a fire up there by the outhouse, because that was my first structure. The outhouse was first before even the house. I had the outhouse first, so for we could use it when we were working on the house. Anyway, they must have saw us and decided to run away fast and leaped over that hill, leaped off that hill there. Anyway, that's another memory. Yeah, we had that bulldoze off. Yeah, made a big improvement. Big improvement. Okay, lots of good memories here. Lots of good memories. Then we started raising cattle, and the rest is history. Okay, let's get back to what I was doing. Okay, I was turning the fence back on. Yeah. Shoulder hurts from holding the phone. Okay, let's turn it back on. Sounds like it's working. I don't see no light though. I'll hit my tester. I got a tester on my four-wheeler, my ATV, so I'll test it from near the gate. I'll see if it's working. Okay. Okay, let's go back to the house where it's warm. Well, I just checked both fences, one over there and over here. I checked both fences and they're both working. That fence comes from the barn, goes around the pond and ends there. This fence here goes all the way around the whole pasture. I'll show that. Goes around here, goes down, around, and then back around and comes over that way, goes around all the way around the pasture, and then goes back up to the barn. And so that's, when I check it there, I know it's working everywhere else. So that's all good. Now I'm going to go out, since it was so windy yesterday, I'm going to go out in the big pasture and check those fences to make sure no big trees fell on the fence and that the fences are still working. Even on a cloudy day, hopefully they're still working because they're solar powered. This fence here is powered by electric, normal electric. Well, let's check this fence. It's working. Even on a cloudy day, it's working, so that's good. That's good. And I'm going to drive down. Ground's frozen now, so I don't have to worry about making tracks. Yeah, it's probably still below 20 degrees. Anyway, I'm going to go across the bridge there and check the fence there. Not the one on the one on the fence on the left after the bridge is powered by this side, and but the fence on the right side, on the other side of the bridge, is powered by that charger down there. Okay, so let me go down there now. That fence is working. I checked it near the truck, so that means it's working all the way around over to the other end and up to the other side. Okay, and I can tell in my neighbor's field when it was raining so much yesterday. No, yeah, yesterday. It was just yesterday that it was raining a lot. That the water was running off this field. He's got a big ditch. The neighbor dug a big ditch here to from the creek all the way around the whole field, all the way around. So the water drains out through here, but we still have to get off this area here, and you can tell where the water was because it's frozen now. It froze before it could run off. Anyway, okay, let's head up to the top and see what's happening up there. Did I mention that since I got so many layers of clothing on, it's a little bit hard to get in and out of my truck because I can't hardly bend my body to get in or out. But I'm doing it. It's more of an effort now, but I can do it. I'm here. Might as well pick the hay. The first bale I put in, way in the back on the left side there, inside, it's already scattered. And that one here that was outside on the corner, they got it rolled all the way out over there. The one at the end of the building on the right side, they're eating on that. This old bale, I haven't even touched it yet. Why should they? They had 3 good bales to eat on, so they got plenty to eat. They got a nice place to lay down too inside. Okay, nice bedding. I'll check that out later. I don't expect that fence to be working since it's cloudy, but I'm gonna check it anyway. And since I want to make sure it's working, or it could work when the sun shines, I'm going to hook up the fence over there to it to make sure it's working, and then I'll unhook it. Yeah, I just want to make sure it's available to work and there's no limbs on it. Anyway, let me go check it out. Just no view from this end. Yeah, they rolled that one pretty far, all the way from the corner of the building there on the left. Rolled it all the way out here. Looks like it stopped right there where that animal's eating, that dark animal is eating on the left. Look, they stopped there and tore some off, and then they rolled the rest of it down here. Well, at least they're eating it. Okay, let me count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Or number 8. Oh, 8's all behind that dark cow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, there's one behind that dark cow on the left. There's a white one over there. Yeah. Okay. Well, let me check the fence now. I did my check. This fence on the right is on, although I noticed that the deer must have been messing with it again because the second wire, this one here, this one here, it came off the insulator. Came off the insulator there. But the fence is still working, so even though the fence is disconnected there, it's still on the insulators and nothing's grounded. So I used this fence that was on. First I checked this fence here, and it wasn't off. It was off. But I figured it wouldn't be working since it's cloudy, because that charger for some reason don't work when it's cloudy, only when it's sun shining. But then I went ahead and jumped that red wire over to this one, and then this fence wasn't working. So that means this fence is grounded on this side. So I gotta walk around. I gotta go down there. And see if I can find the ground where it's grounded. Hopefully it's not a big tree. That's why I'm checking it today, because it was so windy yesterday. I thought, well, maybe something fell on the fence. Hopefully it's just a broken insulator and I can fix it. We'll see. We'll see. I can drive part way down there and over to the pond dam, but then I gotta walk the rest of the way, and then I gotta walk back. But I gotta check it. This is the view from a different angle. That's all. Let's go down and check the fence, or should I say, drive down and check the fence. Well, I found one ground, but I don't think it's big enough to cause the fence to be grounded that much. But I'll take it off anyway. King of the hill. I'm on this little hill that was dug when, or that was formed when I dug the pond out. Guess I can drive the rest of the way. Yeah, this is where cows are always playing king of the hill. Yeah. This pond's not frozen. Probably because it's in the woods. It's warmer in the woods. That's why it's not frozen yet. But it will eventually. At least the cows can drink here and in the creek, so that's good. I don't have to worry about cutting ice. Alright, that's back to checking the fence. Parked the truck there, got some insulators and my saw if I need it. And I'm going to walk the rest of this fence here and down there. See what I find. Well, fence looks good down there. Along here, there's a gate I put in this summer. Or last summer, I should say, last summer. Now I gotta check the rest of that fence. Fence grounds yet, but I found a cedar tree that has shows some signs of a deer rubbing his antlers on it. They do that sometimes. Maybe it's because of the smell, or he just wants to fight with something. Anyway, so far from the corner to here looks good. So let's carry on with the rest of it down that way. Well, still no fence grounds from the northeast corner to the bottom of the fence here, and even I can look up the hill. At least to the top of the hill I can't see no insulators off or wire off. But to be sure, I'm not walking up that hill. I'm gonna walk back to the truck and drive up there, and then check this fence from up there. The rest of the fence. From there and over to the gate. That's all I gotta check. So I gotta do that now. So I'm back at the truck, and I noticed that there's a lot of baby cedars here. There's the papa. There's a mama tree. Look at that big mama tree. Mama cedar tree. Big one. And here's a bunch of baby. I don't notice them. There's a bunch over there too. I didn't notice these so much when the forest is green. But during winter time I see them good. There's lots of babies here. There's some little dark green things. There's a lot. I just let them grow. Cows might nibble them off, but they'll still grow. Now I gotta take the truck and head to the other end and check the rest of that fence on that end. Seems like the phone shuts off every time it gets too cold. So I gotta get moving. And I got low battery again. I didn't find no ground from this corner up on top behind the corral all the way to the top of that hill over there. But I did find something. Yeah, I found the ground. And it's going to take more work than what I can do today. I need to bring a chainsaw. Yeah. Looks like this big tree here fell on the fence. Oh, fell on that fence too, but I'm not worried about it because that was turned off anyway. So I'll leave that alone. I can cut the wire and restring it. But this one here, I'm gonna have to bring a chainsaw when it warms up. But luckily, I got this fenced off right here, so they can't come back here anyway. And on the other side too. The only problem is the fence on the other side going down to the gate. That'll be off because I'm going to disconnect it here and down there. I'm going to disconnect it so this fence is off. That way, at least I can turn the other fence back on. Okay, let me do that. Well, I disconnected the fence going to the left where the tree fell on it. Disconnected it at the corner. I tripped over that log there, the wider looking one. But luckily, I didn't hurt myself. Well, barbed wire didn't break. I don't know if any of the wires broke, but I said I'll need a chainsaw to cut off these limbs hanging over the fence, and then, you know, to get them off the fence. But I can't do it today. It's getting too late. Well, I got that gate closed. And I got that gate closed over there. Everything else, this leather came off because it's too tight. So I'll just leave it off because it's off anyway. I can see down there now. No, there's no lid. There's my bridge. The pond down there. The creek. I can see the creek from here. Anyway, this gate's closed too. So, but the only thing is, with that disconnected at the corner back behind me, the fence going down to the gate, it will be off. But I don't think they'll bother because they're going to spend all their time over there eating hay. So I'm not too worried. And even if they do get out, if they do cross that, they're in this bottom area, this fenced anyway. And when I go out, I'll close the gate by the bridge just to make sure. Well, I hooked the fence up again. Now this fence is working. I had to jump it from that fence to this fence, but it's working. Like I said, that fence don't work when it's cloudy, but at least it's on. At least up to where the tree is fell on the fence, way on the other end, way down there by the corral, behind the corral. So I'm gonna leave it like that for now. When the next warm up I have, I'll get my chainsaw and do some cutting on it. But for now, I'm done. Well, I need to end this video because this phone keeps shutting down because it's too cold, I think, and my battery's low anyway, even after the recharge. So I gotta get going. I just want another view of the cattle. I still got one good bale rolled up, and the rest, this one here got rolled out and stretched out over there, so everything's good. Okay, I'm gonna end it here. I'm going home. I'm glad I brought my truck to check the fences because I need a place to warm up. So there's all 8 of them here, so that's good. I'm gonna go ahead and end it here. No more follow-ups, I think, because my phones keep shutting off due to the cold. I think it's the cold or lack of power, one or the other. But after it warms up, it works again, so I think it's the cold. Just can't take the cold. Okay, enough playing around before it shuts off by itself again. Okay, cattle are happy. Got plenty of hay to eat. Even if it gets cold, they got a place to shelter, so that's good. So I'm out of here. Back to the house for me, and catch you on the next one. Bye. Yeah, there's always one more, ain't there? Anyway, I saw little bully in here with his papa. Big bully and little bully. Had to take a picture. Hi guys. Comfy? Yeah, Looks comfy to me. Yeah, that bale was like that one when it started. Now it's all scattered out. That one, and this bale that was here and rolled out were all good bales. Were the 3 good bales. And then this bale here is the old hay from 2022, I think. And they didn't like it. Not as much as they like that stuff, so they still got plenty to eat. All right, now I gotta go. Catch you on the next one. Bye. Well, on my way out of the pasture, I decided to stop, turn off this fence, and come back here and hook that second wire up right here. Stretch it out and tighten it up. And it's tightened up. Now I'm going to check the rest of the fence, make sure nothing came loose while I was tightening it. Okay. This is unusual. I noticed that barbed wire is not, it's on top and the pin is in right here. It's good. So somehow when I hooked this up earlier, when I put the fence up, I didn't put it in there. I pinned it. I don't know how I did that. I'm gonna fix it now. It didn't cause a ground, so it's okay. Now it's fixed like it should have been first time. Well, the fence I tightened up, which is on that yellow insulator, seems to be okay, but now I noticed the barbed wire insulator, the black one, is broken and came off. It broke right here. So I brought a new. Luckily I still had some in my pocket from when I checked the fence earlier, the other fence. So I'm going to fix this one now. Okay, this one's fixed too. This fence is okay now. Should be okay. Should be okay. Up the hill. And the rest of the fence is okay too. All the way to where I tightened it up. Okay, let's get to the end and go home. Well, gate's closed up on top here, top of the road. And since I disconnected it up there on the other side of the corral at the corner because of the tree that's fallen on it, this fence will be off until I fix that, till I clear that tree out of the way and reconnect the fence. But like I said, they don't hang around here anymore. And if they do cross this fence, they're still on this area, part of the pasture, and they got water there on the bottom, small pond. And I'll close the gate on my way out, so it works out okay. Well, I turn this fence back on. Now it powers. It powers the whole thing now. It goes up, around. I got it connected to the other fence that was grounded, but I disconnected that grounded fence up in that corner back there behind the corral, and now that's all on. That's all fed by this one, at least until I get that tree taken off the fence there behind the corral. Anyway, the fence looks good here. No, I don't think the deer bother this too much. I keep bothering that corner in the corner there. I guess that's a favorite place for them over there. Comes off that other neighbor's field, and I guess that's they're used to going through there. So I think they're going through the fence wire that's not barbed wire, like in between here, like they would go in between here and there, and they hit that wire, and then they loosen it up. Anyway, I'm done for today. Okay, let me walk back to the truck and I'll record a little bit more before I exit. I noticed that every time it rains, the water from that ditch up there, it follows the cattle path, comes down here, flows through under my gate here, flows out, and goes out that gate there. Makes a mess. So maybe next summer I gotta figure out a way to divert the water that comes down here, somehow divert it away. This is too low here to do that, so my best bet is to dig a ditch from there up higher, near on top of that. Just around where that curve is, dig a ditch and let it go out that way. Yeah, that way any water that comes down that thing, that will divert it here. Some water might still come through here, but most of it I think will be channeled that way. Yeah, that's my plan for next year, this summer, or this spring, when the ground is softer. Anyway, that's where we're at right now. I always liked doing this when I was a kid. Even fun now. Whenever the mud puddle freezes over, I like to go. Yeah, that's cool. I like that. To have fun doing that. Remember, there's a. That didn't sound as good. You can tell a lot of water comes through here. Yeah, here we go. Now we got some crunching going on. Anyway, this makes a mess. And it's eroding here too anyway. Let's see if the creek's flowing. Let's see. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, that's nice. Cattle can come down here and drink in this flowing creek. Even when it gets cold, as long as there's water flowing in the creek, it's okay. Because you got water don't freeze when it's moving. What is that over there? Something red. I'm gonna go in there and take a look. I'm gonna find out what that is. I'm still not sure what that is, but I'm gonna try to figure it out. I'm gonna pick it up, hope it don't blow up. Still don't know what it is. It looks like there was some wires coming out of the back, so it's heavy. It looks like it has a motor in it. And it's got a thing there to breathe. It's got a hole there and a hole there, but none on the other two. These two don't have holes on the bottom. I guess that's the bottom, I don't know. Looks like it's got a head. I have no idea what that is. I have no idea. I'm gonna take it home. Who knows? Oh, probably some kind of toy. I don't know. Anyway, that's what I found. What is that over there? Oh, I know what that is. That's an Osage orange. Yeah, that's what that is. From an Osage orange. Osage orange. We used to throw them at, well, I ain't gonna tell you what I did with those in high school. Water's still flowing good here, and then flows into this side of the bridge, and it's not even frozen here, and it's flowing out that way so the cattle can drink good on this flowing water. And I closed that gate, so I'm headed out. Battery's almost dead again, and I keep shutting off because of the cold, so I think I'll end it here, and catch you on the next one. Bye. Look at this on the sand. Frozen solid. Well, it's 4:50 p.m. And the sun's probably going down by now, even though you can't see it. Probably going down over that way somewhere. Clouds are too thick to know for sure, but that's where it would have gone down, somewhere over there. I'm not exactly sure where, but somewhere in that area. Anyway, I'm headed out to the road and all back to the house. This is for sure the end, I hope, as I'm running out of battery. Okay. Anyway, the gate's closed. Bridge gate is closed. Power's back on. All the fences are working except for the area where the tree fell on it. But that's not too big of an issue until I fix it. Okay, well, that's it. Okay, I'll say bye again. Catch you on the next one.